folks. Welcome to the Mindset Artistry Podcast. I'm your host, David DiPaolo. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining the Mindset Movement. This is episode number 44, but it's hard. And that is usually something people will say when there is something that they know that they want to do, that they know they should do, but they won't do it, and they'll make the excuse of saying it is too hard, it's too difficult, I can't do it. So that's what we're going to talk about today, but we're going to talk about the other side of that as well. And by the end of this, I hope you come out of this knowing that to choose the right hard, choose your hard, choose the hard that is going to make you better, okay? Also, just I know I took a little bit of a break here. I haven't done an episode in a couple weeks. I had to get hernia surgery, so it was a little bit of a recovery. It was a little bit of me catching up on my work and for my businesses and different things I need to do. So thank you for being patient, and thank you for still joining and continue to join. So yeah, let's get back to it. So but it's hard, right? Like, you'll hear this all the time. Because people know what they need to do, right? Like, you know what you're falling behind on, you know what you're not doing, you know what you're not accomplishing. You know by looking at other people and looking at the things that they're doing right or what they have going on right in their life. And you see that, and you know it could be done, right? Like, I say that all the time, like, nothing is impossible. When you see that someone else can do it, you know that it can be done. It's like the 4-minute mile, right? Like, everyone thought that was impossible until, I think it was like Robert Barrister did it. And then once he did, like, high school kids were doing it. So, you know, when you look at something, you think something's impossible, you think something's too difficult, but you know someone else did it, well, then you know it's possible. You know it could be done, right? But a lot of times we'll look at these things, whatever it is, you know, something that you're trying to accomplish in your life, your health, something you're trying to accomplish professionally, maybe financially, but we'll look at these things and we don't want to put the hard work in, right? Like, we don't want to put the work in that we know that needs to be done to actually get it done and find that success, to hit that goal, hit that target, accomplish that accomplishment, whatever it is that you're trying to do. So we'll make that excuse and say, but it's too hard, I just can't do it, it's too hard for me to do. It is too hard, right? So I'm going to get a little bit in your face in this podcast because sometimes people need that. Sometimes people need a little bit of tough love. I'm going to be pretty, just honest and raw. And at the end of this, I'll tell you why I'm doing that, okay? So you'll hear this all the time, right? Let's use your health for an example. Let's use your diet for example, the things that you eat. And look, this is one that I've struggled with in the past myself, but I will tell you this. You control what goes in your mouth. You control the food that you eat. No one out there is more in control of that than you. You get to choose what to eat and what not to eat in your life, okay? But you'll hear people all the time when it comes to their diet, the food that they eat. You will hear people say, no, it's just too hard. I can't go out of my way to eat healthy. I can't go out of my way to eat clean. It's so much easier for me to order food or go get fast food or make junk food or this or grab the chips from the cabinet and all this other stuff. And they'll say it's just too hard. It's just too hard for me to keep a good diet. It's just too hard for me to buy the right foods, not buy the wrong foods. It's just too hard. I can't do it, right? And I'm going to say that, in my opinion, it's harder on you to be fat. It's harder on you to be unhealthy, to be sickly. It's harder on you to put the wrong fuel in your body, right? It's harder on you to have bad health, have an unhealthy weight, have unhealthy levels of all these different things that can kill you. And you're not going to optimally run, right? Like, you're not going to optimally run and be able to do the things you do when you are living in that bad health, right? Like, you will probably die sooner, okay? You will not be able to get around as good. You will not be able to do the things that you want to do. You'll be very tired, right? Like, you'll be, and look, you're going to get looked at in a different light than someone who's in shape. Plain and simple, okay? There's studies out there. There's studies out there when you go to get hired for a job, when someone sees someone who's in shape for someone who's out of shape, you will be looked at differently. You will be judged. You will be, because you are going to be perceived as being weak and lazy, okay? Because when you're overweight and someone sees that, they're not going to respect you as much, okay? Plain and simple. They won't. They're going to say that, look, this person can't even control what they're eating and what they're not eating. Why should I trust them to do anything else, okay? All these different factors go into this. They really do. And I would say it is harder for that. It's harder for you to live through all of that, the ridicule, the bad health. You're probably going to die sooner. Not being able to do the things that you want to do. Not being healthy enough to, be awake, have energy, do the right things. Then you look at, what it just does to your body. You're going to be sickly. You're not going to feel well. You're putting bad stuff in your body. It is harder to do all that than it is to actually put the time in, put the discipline in, to do it the right way and eat the right way. Okay? It's harder. To me, it is harder to live that lifestyle of being unhealthy and having a bad diet and having all of the effects that come from that than it is to actually do it right. Same thing with the gym. Same thing with working out, right? People will say, oh, I can't do it. It's too hard, right? They'll make every excuse why they can't work out, why they can't be active, why they can't do different things. And, this goes hand in hand with your diet, with your health, the things that you eat, the things that you don't eat. In my opinion, it is harder to be unhealthy. It is harder to not be physically fit. It is harder to not be in great shape. Why? Because, again, you're not going to have the energy to do what you need to do. You're not going to be active enough to, go out there and do what you need to do. People are going to look at you differently. There's so many health benefits of working out outside of weight loss and that kind of stuff. Your cortisone levels are better. Your stress levels are better. You will look better. You will have better confidence. People will look at you and perceive you as better, more trustworthy, someone who has their shit together, someone they can trust, someone, that has discipline and accountability in their life. Like, all these things are factors. They just are, plain and simple. I don't make the rules, but it's out there, believe me. And, for whatever reason, society in the last 5-10 years has tried to make it acceptable, especially here in the United States, to be out of shape. Okay. That this big movement of big is beautiful and all this other stuff. And I'm sorry, it's not healthy, right? It's not good for you. Okay. Look, you could do whatever you want to do. You can choose to live your life however you want to. But I do have a problem with people promoting it and acting like that's a healthier, better lifestyle for you. It's just not, okay? And when you look at, especially here in the United States, the health that we have, the health problems that we have compared to 50 years ago, or even 100 years ago, it's sad. I mean, it really is. Our diet here is horrific, okay? The shit that's in our food, the chemicals that are in our food, the food pyramid that they lied to us about and told us what's healthy and what's not healthy, all these different associations out there that lie to you and tell you that, Fruity Pebbles are healthier than an egg. It's insane. And we've fallen into this trap of thinking oh no, it's okay. We live in this nice new world. Nah, do you, be you. Well, look, that's fine and all, but it's not good for you. So let's just stop lying to ourselves. You could do whatever the hell you want. You could look however you want. I don't care. That, it is what it is, but I hope that you want to change. I hope that you want to be healthier. And that's the message I'm trying to preach here, because you can. It's not that hard. It really isn't. It's harder to be the opposite. It's harder to be unhealthy. It's harder to be very overweight. It's harder to live your life that way than it is to actually do it the right way. You will feel better. You will feel more confident. You will have more energy. You will be healthier. You will live longer. I don't understand the scale there. I just don't. No pun intended. So yeah, I mean, those are two big ones that a lot of people will make that excuse. I just can't do it. It's too hard. Well, it's harder to do it the wrong way, okay? Another one is waking up early or sleeping too long, right? Like you hear yourself, oh, it's too early, I can't wake up, it's too hard. Like I get up every day at 4 a.m. and it's the best damn thing that I can ever possibly do in my life because I start my day earlier than everyone else. I get more done than everyone else. I get my workout done in the morning right away. I get my day planned. I get everything ready to go. I get more done in that time when no one else is awake than I will, that most people will do in a damn week, okay? But you'll hear people all the time, well, I just can't do it. I can't get up that. Or you can, you just don't want to do it, okay? And when you do that and you sleep in and you hit snooze and you do all these other things, it's ruining your life, okay? Because you are telling yourself that what you need to do, what you need to accomplish, what you want to have and do, your dreams, your aspirations, all that stuff, it's just not important enough to you. When you hit that snooze button or you lie to yourself and say, I'm going to start waking up early, and you don't do it, you're telling yourself that all that stuff, all these things that you want aren't important enough. Your life is not important enough. Your goals, all that stuff is not important enough for you than it is to hit that snooze button, go back to sleep for another hour, or sleep in, or do all this other stuff. You know, and if you want to get up early, guess what? You're going to have to go to bed earlier, okay? So stop sitting there on your phone, deaf scrolling all damn night, looking at stuff that isn't making you better, binging shows and different things that are wasting your time and sucking your energy out of your life. Go to sleep earlier, wake up earlier, you will get more done, you will feel better, and you will put yourself a step ahead most of the other people out there. But people will just say, no, it's too hard. I can't do it. I can't wake up that early. It's too hard. Well, for me, it's harder the opposite. The opposite is you are not going to get as much done in your life. You are always going to be behind. You are always going to be living in chaos. You're going to be driving to work late. You're going to be frantic. You're starting your day off on the wrong foot. You're doing all these things because you're going to be unorganized and running out of time and trying to get somewhere at a certain time because you didn't give yourself the right time. You didn't wake up early enough. You didn't have your day set the right way for you to do what you needed to do. I'd rather wake up earlier. That's easier for me than all that other chaos. Just is, plain and simple, right? Same thing with making money, okay? You will hear people all the time, I'm always broke, I don't know what to do, I can't get out of this, I'm in a tough spot, it's too hard, I can't work the extra hours, I can't put the extra work in, I can't grow my business, I can't get my side hustle going, I can't do this, I just don't have the time, it's too hard, yada, 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 yada. Well, guess what? It's harder to be broke, okay? It's harder to not have the money to do the things that you want to do in life, right? It's harder to, when, you go out to eat or something like that and you look at the menu and you see something that you really do want on there, but you can't because you got to get something cheaper. Or maybe you can't go out at all, right? Maybe your friends, your family, whoever it is taking a vacation, you can't go. Why? Because you don't have the money, right? The new sneakers that you want to buy, the watch, the whatever it is, you can't do it. Why? Because you don't have the money. You're going to the supermarket and you're buying ramen noodles and other cheap food that's horrible for you. Why? Because you don't have the money to buy the better food. Why? Because you think it's too hard, right? Look, in my opinion, it's harder to be broke. It is harder to not be able to do the things that you want to do, to not have the money to do the things that you want to do. It's much easier to focus, work harder, put the extra time in, put the extra work in, think outside the box, do things that are going to make you better, do things that are going to make you more money, level up, get that promotion, start that business, start that side gig. Do what you have to do, okay? There are people out there that had less than you, I promise, that have accomplished way more than you, way more than I ever will, okay? So stop making that excuse that you just can't do it. It's just not for you. It's too hard. I can't do it. It's all bullshit, okay? You can do it. You have to want to do it. And you got to stop making these excuses because it is harder to be broke than it is to actually have money. I'm not saying you need to be a billionaire. I'm not even saying you need to be a millionaire. But you can live a comfortable life when you put the extra work in. You can live a comfortable life when you start that side gig, or you make your business better, you grow your business, whatever it is, whatever your situation is. Look, some people work places, some people are entrepreneurs. I get it. But it is harder to be broke than it is to actually be comfortable and have the money, okay? And look, that might mean, being smarter with your money, not wasting money on stupid things, right? Like not always going out to eat or this. Like you can cut back on certain things to have what you want for the things that you really want. Okay, so there's other ways to do this, but and we do. A lot of people waste a lot of money on dumb shit that they don't need, plain and simple. Okay, so that's one. The last one is, and I kind of talked about this a little bit before, but the distractions, right? We get caught up a lot of times in, scrolling all through our phone all day, watching videos, doing this, or watching Netflix and different other streaming platforms or shows and sports and this and that. And we waste so much valuable time. We really do. Now, look, I'm not saying that you can't relax. I'm not saying that you shouldn't have an outlet to just kind of unplug and mess around and escape your reality for a little while. I get it. But maybe that's an hour a day, right? Maybe that's you just do that on the weekends or something like that. It can't be every day. It can't be 5 hours a day. It can't be 10 hours a day. Like, we waste so much damn time on these devices and we don't use them properly, right? Like, there's so much information on there there's so much opportunity on there for you. And instead we use it the wrong way. And when you do that, when you waste this time, it throws everything out of whack, because that's time that you could have used, and I'm going to go back to each one of these. That's time that you could have used meal prepping. That's time that you could have used cooking the right foods, the healthier foods. That's time that you could have used working out, getting that workout in. That's time that you could have used by waking up earlier, not sleeping so late because you were wasting so much time on your phone or watching TV, right? That's time that you could have used on your side gig, on your hustle, putting in overtime, doing the extra work. So when you put that time into the wrong things that are wasting your time, sucking your energy, you don't have time for the other, right? So it's very, very important to understand this concept that time is so valuable. We get 24 hours in a day, and how you choose to use that will define your success in life, plain and simple, okay? So you really need to be mindful of that. You need to be mindful of where your attention is going and where your time is going, okay? And just going back to, like, working out again, like, some people will say, well, I don't have time to get to the gym or whatever it is. Well, guess what? You have a pair of sneakers, right? Like, you have a floor, you have an outside, right? Go for a run, go for a walk, do some push-ups, do some sit-ups, okay? Buy a jump rope, like, they're $10. Like, there's so many things that you could use just in your own house or outside that are a workout. Jumping jacks, whatever, squats, like, they're just, like, go on YouTube. There is a ton of home workouts that you can do on there that you need zero equipment for. So I don't want to hear that excuse, right? But it's how you utilize your time. It's how you utilize where you're putting your energy and your attention, okay? So do it the right way. Look, if you change these things and you put the time in and you stop saying that it is so hard, I just can't do it, and you switch that over to I can do this, I'm going to do this, I am going to do this. I am is one of the most powerful things that you can say to your mind, to your subconscious mind, when you tell yourself I am going to do this, and then you do it. You set out to do it. Stop saying it is so hard, I can't do it, and say, yeah, you know what, this is hard, and when I do it, that's going to be my story. When I start to show people the discipline, the consistency that I put in this, and how I made myself accountable to do these things the right way so I could show everyone and prove to everyone, including myself, most importantly myself, that I can do this. And I'm going to stop making excuses. I'm going to stop all the bullshit. I'm going to stop listening to all these other people that think that you can't do something. Stop listening to all these other people, this victimhood world that we live in, this victimhood culture that we live in. No, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for me. I'm going to do it for me, the people that I am responsible for, okay? I am. That is powerful. I am going to do. Yes, it's hard. I am going to, but it's harder to do the opposite. It's harder to have bad health. It's harder to be fat, okay? It's harder to be unhealthy. It's harder to sleep in every day and live in chaos and be rushing around and not have the time that I need to do, okay? It's harder to be broke. It's harder to not have the money to do the things that I want to do, okay? It's harder to waste time watching Netflix all day and wasting time on my phone all damn day than putting that time into something that's going to make me better. That's harder, all right? So think about it that way, make those changes, and you will have a better life. And guess what? Why I'm so passionate about this, why I'm telling you all of this, why I think that is so important that you make these changes, because I've done it all wrong in the past, okay? I've been unhealthy. I've been fat, okay? I've been broke, okay? I've been poor. I've wasted my time. I've slept in. I've stayed up all night wasting my time doing dumb shit and watching stupid things and doing this that doesn't make me better, okay? I've made excuses to not go work out. I've done it all, okay? So I can sit here and tell you from experience as a practitioner that when you do it the right way and you switch the narrative, you will have a better life. It will change your life. Okay? I promise you it will, because it has for me. It has for many other people out there. So stop making excuses and do it the right way. That's it, everyone. I'll see you all next week. Thank you.